Yes.
Would
We're
like to
good.
give us a recap.
I want Kara to do it.
Oh God. Oh, do I have my? Hold on. Do I have the Great Kira notes? Those are the Fair Ladies of Middle Earth notes. This is the Icewind Dale notes. Okay, so yeah, last session was, a little bit more of an introspective roleplay session. The twins go off to clean themselves up, all the while theorizing that Andy, me, and Poppy are an alien time traveler and Esper, respectively. Fuck me. Copper Knobberknocker, a fucking munchkin gremlin from the ether, starts sending to Poppy his Macreadus buddy is building something, and he hasn't heard from him in a while. I raided the dead shaman lady's office. Got some shit that I know and some shit that I don't. Mental note, get the identify spell. Danny learned the name of the voice in her head, but won't say it. An archdevil is in Jasper's head. Sario? The dark crystals were the base of the flying city, too advanced in tech research, and the flying cities crashed to the ground.
Whoopsies.
So that was the actual, information that we learned, and everything prior to that was what happened in the episode.
And now we're gonna go fight a moose that we've been trying to fight for like the past 5 sessions.
Right. Oh my
Yeah.
god, this fucking...
Yes.
Where even was this moose again?
Lonely Wood.
Where are we?
Not
Between Lonely
Wood.
Wood and Tourmaline.
Kind of like above at this point.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we did go off the beaten
We're
path a
taking
bit.
a detour to the cabin in the woods.
Where we are is an interesting Bori episode.
We went to go see some nomads and had a real awkward family reunion.
We went to see nomads and we found Yodad.
Lizzie and I were trying to figure this out today in a weird treasure hunt place. But are our familiars existent right now?
They're dead.
I don't think so, because we got like frost bombed by Big Chungus. And I think that took out all of our familiars. So we
I think all the familiars got flatlined.
So you got a cast to bring them back.
Incense from Big Daddy clan leader that's of the whitest Native American clan you've ever seen. Thanks, Gary Gygax.
My boy.
You weird fuck.
It's Chris Perkins.
Chris Perkins? It had to go through Gygax, to be fair. I do have a diamond. Yes, I remember that.
No, I took the diamond. It's mine now.
You took the diamond?
My diamond.
Oh, okay. I'll delete that from my inventory. That way we don't think we have 2 diamonds. Yeah, so I have the potion of healing, and then I have the vial of rotten pumpkin juice, and the vial of things that look like smoke. Don't know what those are, because none of us have identified.
We got herbalism kits now.
Did we, in fact, spend the night at Murder Manor?
Murder Manor.
I think so, because this all happened in the morning. I thought. Okay. The murder.
Yeah, we... Did we sleep?
And then it was like...
Yeah. So you all slept, camped outside of the nomadic tribe and, kind of watched through the night. And then in the morning, you had everything go down. I would probably say, that took 4 or 5 hours in total.
But we didn't spend any resources or take any damage or anything, so we're, good to go.
Yeah, I would say, it's about, 1 p.m. right now.
You said 2 p.m. last time.
That works. Close.
That hour difference.
Hey man, that's 1 hour less that we have. That's one short rest less that we
So
have.
since it is 2 p.m., there is little to no light at this point, as that is like sundown. The only time the sun is up is from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., and that is the only time that it's like even slightly visible. Even like it's never true sunlight, it's still behind like heavy clouds.
Okay.
Josh,
Uh.
what's your outfit right now?
Uh-huh.
My outfit.
Yeah.
Yo, can we get a fit check?
Yo. You talking about Azurite? Or me?
No, Caitlin messaged a few minutes ago. Wait till you guys see his outfit.
When we were talking about Copper Knobberknocker, wait till you see
Oh.
his outfit.
Yo, right now I'm wearing a black t-shirt, some gym shorts, and a beanie.
Hell yes. You sure you're not Canadian?
What are you wearing?
I might be.
Farm.
Shaggy.
I'm in my
Pretty sure that's
outfit.
exactly how the jocks used to dress in the middle of winter at my middle school.
My apologies. All I saw was 5 minutes ago, and I had made an assumption that that was when Josh had joined.
There's no way that they created that character without knowing that at some point a player will mispronounce it as Cockknocker, right?
Yeah. But
Like,
it's
since
gonna
we
happen.
are on like since we're slightly on the fit check tangent, look at my fucking shirt. Hang on, it's a Marceline shirt and it's so cool.
Oh my
Oh, that
god!
is cool.
So cute.
I love it. I got it when we were in Chicago and I'm so happy with it. But sorry.
Oh, apologies needed.
Stop it.
Before we head out, like, as everybody's like, you know, packing up bedrolls and like putting stuff in backpacks, I will of course, you know, I'll go up to a random like tribes person and see if they've got like enough incense that I could borrow to recast my songbird. And what
Roll
happened?
just an investigation check for me.
Oh, for sure. I have actually really decent investigation. Scanlan or Pike? Let's go Scanlan. Come on, Scanman.
What's your name?
Yes.
Oh,
So-
natural 20 for a 28.
Hey.
Silvery
Like-
barbs. No, I'm just kidding.
Get wrecked.
The first person that you interact with happens to be like an older woman. She looks like if you had not heard that was the only healer for the town, you would assume this elderly woman to kind of be the healer. I mean, she's got like all the ingredients to be the healer, if that makes sense. But she does like kind of like bobble to the back for just a minute, and she comes out with like arms full of incense. I stock up every time I'm in town. How much do you need?
Oh, well, I need a usage of it now, and maybe I could get like 2 more off of you.
She just kind of like quarters it, takes a quarter of it for you, and hands you an armful of incense.
Oh, thank you.
We saw you with the chief. You must be important, so take as much as you need.
Also, I think that there's like a healer position that's opened up, so I think it'd be really good for it, and like, you know, put in
You
a
see, I
good word
know
for
about
it.
healing, but that was before my vision went, and now I don't think anyone should trust me with anything to do with healing.
Well, maybe get you like an assistant, right? It's like
See
your
that?
knowledge and their vision.
You see, like she looks across, and there's like a younger girl, like maybe like 20 yards off, kind of just like helping clear some snow away, and she just goes, "Hey, Bertha, yeah, you're my assistant now. Come on." And the
I just
younger
look
girl
over
kinda,
at
like
Bertha.
she like looks very confused, but she just kind of like, "Okay," and like starts coming over that way.
And I'll kind of walk over and I'll use whatever is necessary of my massive amount of incense, which I believe this is basically just the DM's way of saying whenever you need to re-up, just re-up.
Yeah.
I'll stick the rest in my backpack. And then I will kind of look around and Who do I see? Let's grab a D4. And let's see who I see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because of course the one I see is Poppy. I let the fucking dice do it. I'm trying to not have her be Poppy-centric. Actually,
It's
you know what?
okay.
For role-playing purposes. She's gonna come up to I keep wanting to say Sade. What is
Andy.
Sorry, we have an Andy, we have a Danny, we have everything. It's weird.
Yeah, we were talking a lot about Sade.
Super fair.
She's actually gonna approach Andy. And go, hey, so I was just kind of going through my book of like magic stuff, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Do you use a weapon primarily?
Not really, honestly.
Or are you more of a magic caster, or like what's?
I kind of like I don't really use much. I have like this short sword, but I don't really use it all that much. I don't know. I don't really know what to do with it all that well. But
who primarily kind of rocks weapons around here?
That's a good question. Probably either. I don't know. Yeah.
I think it's just us two.
It's just
Jasper and Poppy.
It's a cool weapon. I mean, what would you find?
Well, no. So what I wanted to see if I could do, and I've never tried doing this before, so, if I could maybe find, like, the basic blueprints of how to do it, I would like to try maybe enchanting a weapon.
Oh.
You remember
maybe just put, like, raw magical energy into a weapon and make it cool.
Okay. Well, it sounds really cool. I feel like either like Jasper or I think like Poppy has a really cool sword that she uses. I feel like that might be your best bet.
Oh, okay, so the one that I'm somehow connected to by fate and weird imagery, or the one who thinks like I'm an alien?
You don't know that.
I know that you're being weird.
And it's a sleeper agent, not an alien.
A
sleeper agent.
Yeah.
You gotta get it right.
Agent, right.
What does that leave as tonight? Are we just chopped liver? What?
Well, no, I was trying to see if you guys used weapons, but you guys are more.
No, I guess
Az is more like turning into things, and you're more like, magic-y as well.
Yeah.
So Az eats people's faces. She just blasts people's faces off.
And I hold the face there while you do it.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay. I'll talk to Jasper. Let's see how that works out. Okay.
Good luck.
And I will go find Jasper. What are you doing?
I'm with Az. We're vibing.
Yo, I'm full on like turning into a regular dog, running laps around this encampment with all the children here, just fucking around.
I think, well, if he's doing that, I think Jasper is just kind of sitting there watching him, probably both sharpening her arrow tips and also her rapiers.
Andy's in her what's it called when a video game like goes into like you're not.
Oh, she's
playing.
in idle.
Yeah, she's which is just writing in her journal.
Oh yeah, you fall into your idle animations.
I'm being responsible.
She's popping and squatting on the floor and just journaling like crisscross applesauce.
I'm being responsible. I'm packing up the tents. I'm making sure that we have enough rations. I'm, thanking the people for their hospitality.
Because being productive is Poppy's idling.
Yeah, that is Poppy's idling.
And I'm not gonna I'm not gonna just be like, hey there. Like I'm not gonna pinkie pie it. I'm just gonna kind of like sit beside Jasper and just kind of watch Az go around for a bit. Okay, so I have an idea. Hear me out, because I've never done this before. But I'm thinking if maybe we can get like a formula of like basic enchanting, I could maybe like enhance your weapon. Maybe.
In what way?
Like make it more powerful, a little more like magically accurate. Maybe like if something has like a resistance or, like a really tough hide, like it'll be really easy to pierce through it. I'm basically just talking about pumping raw, completely unstable arcana into a weapon.
What?
Hey, can I try something?
Which of my weapons are you wanting to experiment on?
Which one do you use more often?
It depends on the circumstance. When I first met you guys, I was using my bow. Recently, I found out that I'm also needed closer to, even though I've figured out that I'm also a lot easier to hit that way.
Imagine that.
Crazy how that works, eh?
Well, maybe if you do get close up and you can do a little bit more damage, you can get them before they get you.
That is fair.
So I'll say tentatively, the scimitar.
I have rapiers.
Rapier. Sorry. It's a sword of some kind.
It's all right. You're a mage.
I am. Apparently I am.
It's alright, you're a mage.
She didn't say it condescendingly.
Intricacies of rapiers.
It sounded condescending.
She didn't mean for it. It was supposed to come off as that like, yeah, okay.
Oh,
That
okay.
also
Yeah,
didn't.
I don't expect you to know it, but it sounds like she's like, oh, you're a mage.
As is typical for Jasper, says something, sounds condescending, isn't.
It's not.
I grew up and lived only with my brother. We shit-talked all the time and we understood what it meant.
When I'm not shit-talking, I'm a raccoon.
It's true.
But I'm not shit-talking, I'm garbage diving. Hi, I'm Raccoon.
We saw a little friend.
Oh yeah, there was a...
outside the hotel. It was a toad.
Excuse me.
There was a toad, and he was very cute.
Little
But
homie.
I picked him up and I put him in some bushes because he was gonna get stepped on.
I'd say I'll make you a deal, how about?
Okay.
I'll let you do this. If you fuck it up, you buy me a new one.
I'm cool with that.
And
I'll hold some
if
money in
this
the
somehow kills me, Az is allowed to beat you up.
At this
Man.
moment, I'm just going to sprint through between you with like a herd of children behind me and almost knock you both to the fucking ground.
I'm gonna roll a dexterity saving throw.
She's got the zoomies again.
You just like, I'm just gonna whistle at Az.
How's a 16? I'm good. I catch.
However, I'm intrigued by this. I'll like the one that I was working on. I'll hold out the hilt to you.
Well, I don't have the formula yet. So we'll just next time we're in like a big town, we'll do like a little bit of research. I'll do a little bit of research, and when I need it, I'll let you know.
Sounds good. You got yourself. And what's the term for that?
A deal?
No. That's the term for an experiment. Like, fuck. Oh, I'll be a guinea pig.
There you
go. Okay. You're gonna be my guinea pig.
That
and
is
then you have a brother who could become a guinea pig.
That is. I'll keep in mind that I cannot use those kind of phrases with you.
Oh.
I'm not gonna turn into an actual guinea pig.
Okay.
It's a.
No, I mean I figured as much.
It's a phrase.
Far off.
I'm starting to get this. It's kind of difficult to be around you guys for as long as I have without picking up on at least a couple of things.
Okay. I can't turn into things like my brother.
Yeah, no, we never do.
No, I figured. You probably would have by now and, like, become a bear or something.
Rawr.
But yeah, I got some packing up to do. And then we'll go beat up some moose?
Yeah, we're gonna go find a moose.
Cool.
As you you finish saying I've got some packing up to do. You turn around and see that Poppy has everything fully packed. At this point, she's kind of standing there whistling for Azurite.
Oh shit! I'm just gonna run up and sit down by all the gear.
Gandhi has all of her shit next to her.
Stop knocking people over. We've had this conversation before.
I'll put my arrows all back in the quiver and head on over.
I'd give head.
Like, clip the leather strap on my spell book and just kind of walk over. Thanks.
Yeah.
Are we all good to go?
I mean, everything's packed up.
Cool. All right.
Let's do it.
Forward.
And we will start heading out to White Moosin territory.
Going to the cabin.
Lonelywood.
I will lead the way.
Creepy cabin.
Are we going to the cabin or to Lonelywood?
Yeah, we going to a cabin or are we gonna go fight a moose?
Because the cabin's on the way, right? It's just like a little bit maybe out of the way.
Yeah, so here's where we're going. The cabin is like there. It's like.
Yeah, I feel like the cabin is a little more pressing because like
We'll
this moose
detour
has
to the
been
cabin.
active for a few weeks anyway.
Okay, I'll lead the way to the cabin and I'll have like an arrow notched on the way just in case.
Go for it. Okay. Just roll me a survival check.
Survival.
Bless you.
Bless
you.
Or curse you, whichever you prefer.
18.
Okay. So it goes by pretty fast. There's not really any bad weather, like super bad weather. I mean, as always, it's snowing, obviously, but it's not like no fear of blizzards coming in at this point. So you guys walk for like about 2 hours before you start to see what Copper could have been describing to you, and what it is almost like on not quite a hill, but just a small like outcropping almost. There is a very tiny, very secluded black cabin. And it's almost looked like it's meant to like not be seen. And there's no lights coming from the inside. There is a good bit of snow built up around like the door, so it doesn't look like anyone's been coming in or out recently.
Can I do a little bit of a sniff check and see if I smell people?
Sure.
Do you smell a dead person?
Sniff check.
I smell dead people.
21.
You don't seem to smell anything through the door.
As we're kind of like walking up to this thing, I will ritual cast detect magic.
Okay.
Just kind of have it up as like boom.
I'll say like you can almost you can't quite see anything yet, but you feel something kind of like bringing back at you from the inside of it.
Ooh. Something is interesting in that house. I don't know exactly where, and I'm not close enough to know exactly what.
While Poppy knocks on the door, I will use primeval awareness to detect aberrations, celestials, dragons, elemental, fae, fiends, or undead.
Okay, so you
Within
send out kind of
6
like
miles.
a shockwave of yourself, and you don't feel anything like.
Amazing. There's nothing on that list I previously stated.
Cool.
Poppy, you knock, and a few moments pass, and there's not an answer.
Breaking down the door.
If
it's unlocked.
Right.
If it's unlocked, I'll open it. If not, I'm gonna.
It is locked.
It is locked? Okay.
Can I crack a window from the outside?
Yeah, I was gonna say, is there a window that we could like feasibly fit through?
There are no windows built in this cabin, actually.
This does not meet building code regulations. There has to be a window.
We'll make sure to let the landlord and tenant bureau know.
19.
Yeah, so you pretty easily put your shoulder through this door, and like with the pressure, it comes like it wasn't like fully locked, it was just kind of stuck. So kind of the snow falls in like from the top of the rafters after you. It is completely dark in here, but hang on, there's a lot. Dark vision. I would have never guessed that.
Yeah, who wouldn't have a party full of dark vision?
Yeah.
Oh, crazy.
It's almost like loose ends.
Hey, I have dark vision.
Two of us do.
I still loved my talking shit on those that don't have dark vision to then, Ellie, do you have dark vision? No.
Now, what do you think I am? One of those magical race-looking fucks?
So the room that you kind of stumbled into looks to be a workshop. Frost covers every surface of this area.
Okay.
There's a set of Smith's tools, a set of Tinker's tools kind of spread out on the wooden tables, along with like twisted bits of metal. There's a bookcase, and you can kind of like, with your perception, you hear some squirrels like somewhere in the bookcase. But yeah.
I want.
That's it.
There are some doors leading like further into it, but as far as like this is like a teeny tiny room, and there's not like anything super noticeable in it.
Bringing up the rear with Poppy, still having my like boop, boop, going. Can I see where this somewhat magical arcanic energy is coming from?
It is not in this workshop, but you can still feel it kind of like pulling you deeper inside.
Where's it coming from?
That's like probably to your left as you walk in.
That way.
That way?
Behind that door further into the workshop. So, which
Okay.
means there's nothing magical around here. So it might be worth investigating, trying to find some clues.
Good idea.
Yeah, sure. Is the door unlocked?
Yeah.
I'll open it.
So the first thing that you notice about this room is the smell. It is a very heavy smell of burnt wood and flesh. You also catch the faint odor of wine.
Oh my.
There are holes in the roof that snow has fallen through and then been pushed towards like the corners of the room, so it's like gathered up. The walls and furnitures in the room are scorched black, including a table with the charred remains of a book on it. Next to the table, on the floor, are several broken wine bottles, a mostly incinerated skeleton, and a round frost-covered object that's about like 6 inches in diameter. This is what was being detected by your detect magic, but it is like a strange I don't really know the word for this thing, but you know the things that you
Like
can hold and they're like circles and they spin on the inside?
Oh, like one of the gold things.
Like
Kind
an
of, yeah.
But like a Tony.
It's time to ponder the orb.
It's time to ponder the orb.
First off, I'm just gonna click this level 1 spell slot here because I'm definitely upping Mage Armor right now.
Okay.
At immediate smell of rotten flesh and burnt flesh, I'm upping Mage Armor.
I'm going to investigate the orb.
Okay.
Can I look?
I'll investigate the room I'm currently in, like the one beforehand.
Okay.
I would like to aid in the orb investigation.
I would like to ponder the orb.
And
I want to snip the shit out of this thing.
Is anyone aiding me in my investigation?
No, fuck you. My brother's with me.
Nah, orb.
I'm gonna help you in the room back by where we were. Lizzie, go.
Can I look for what might have started the fire?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm gonna go in a certain order for this. Ashira, you are still in the shit. What is it called? A lost workshop. Yep,
I'm still in the workshop.
Mm-hmm.
Chilling with
there are a few books in here on the bookcase. Most of them have kind of been torn apart by these squirrels seemingly living inside of it. But nothing really of interest. There are the tools on the table along with bits of metal and paper kind of strewn about. But nothing that just basic general information that can be found anywhere.
So nothing that would require a roll to see something more.
Yeah, not really.
Okay. Well, that's a waste of a 27.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. You can't force the module.
Poppy, what you can ascertain, the scorch marks kind of start where the orb and the body are. That is where they are the darkest and the most concentrated. So that is what more than likely started the fire. Jasper, are you touching it?
With my gloved hand.
Okay. Hang on, I gotta get into a gyroscope was what I was looking for, the word, the spinning thingies.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Let me Google a gyroscope.
And it is transmutation magic for your detect magic spell.
Okay.
That thing.
I will relay that to the rest of the peoples.
So, despite you having a gloved hand, the second that you go to pick it up, it instantly starts glowing a little bit with a bright light.
Say this is it. I'm just
do I notice this?
Yeah, you have a.
Once it starts glowing, I don't pick it up.
Okay.
Yeah, my head snaps up at you, and I'm like.
Yeah, passive perception 18. I think I noticed this even in the other room.
Has anybody figured out how to identify things?
No.
Working on that. That may take me a little bit of time. But currently no. I do know it has transmutation magic in it. So turns things from one thing to another thing. Maybe don't touch it. It could turn you into a badass gladiator. Or
it could turn you into a spotted plant.
I'm gonna take my arrow. I'm gonna back up. I'm gonna poke it.
It kind of rolls.
It rolls?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a little. It just goes.
Should I try carefully to put this in my bag?
No, you should not. That is the last thing that you should do.
Almost as soon as you say this, the noise is really what gets you. So you guys are in a dead quiet room at this point. Something hits the floor and kind of clatters. And when you go to look, it appears to be almost like another ring for this object.
Ooh.
As if it's being pulled towards it?
As if something just knocked it off the table that it was on.
There's no gusts of wind.
No. It was completely silent. All you heard was it hit the floor.
So
perception check
wouldn't have done
find the culprit?
Fairy fire.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
So you kind of almost throw out a sprinkle of magical dust out in front of you.
It's definitely
Okay. It does not land or attach itself to anything.
I'm gonna put my arrow back in my bow.
How much does it look like this object weighs?
For the record, now every person, like, we're all kind of covered in, like, this purple dust.
Wait, so does everything have advantage on hitting us?
Yep.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and try to resist the spell.
How do we resist it? Because I'd also like to resist it. What is
the save?
What's the save?
It's the Dex 13.
Dex?
Yeah. Dex 13.
17 on the die, I'm good.
Natural 20.
Oh, yeah, nat 20, I'm fine.
Oh, so everybody has advantage on as.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Using my arrow, I'm gonna stick my arrow through to try and pick it up.
It once again kind of begins glowing.
It begins glowing?
Yeah.
Once I pick it up.
Yeah.
How much does it look like this thing weighs?
At this point?
About 3 pounds.
Okay, I'm just gonna reach out with a mage hand.
I have it on my arrow.
I'm gonna stay a good 15 feet away from this thing, and I'm just gonna kind of start to slowly rise it.
It's on my arrow right now.
Take it off your arrow. I have a mage hand. I have back up.
I'm gonna just pick Az up and move it with me.
So the mage hand lifts it. Nothing happens. It just kind of rises.
Oh. Okay. No contact with anything physical. Doesn't seem to trigger whatever it is. Where do we want to take this thing? Do we want to take this thing?
I do.
Pouch.
Oh, so you want to take it. When I said I wanted to put it in a bag, you said no.
Right, you don't have a spectral hand that you can use.
I mean, do we take it over to the workshop and see if we can determine what it is?
Yes.
The dog will nod yes.
Okay, everybody just kind of move out of my way. I'm just going to kind of back up, take this with me, over to the table.
Hold on a second, you said there were squirrels?
Yeah, there's squirrels.
I'm going to find a squirrel.
Make a dexterity check for me. Ashira.
Make it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought she meant me. I'm going to find a squirrel.
No, you know what? I'm going to use Pike for dexterity checks. Yes, baby. Oh, Pike, love you. That's a 23.
Okay, so you managed to set it on the table. However, with the movement, it is kind of randomly sparking at this point. So it will almost start to heat up and start glowing and then kind of go off again. It seems very glitchy at the moment.
Okay, yeah, I think I it's very much like moving a couch. I'm just kind of whenever it sparks, I'll stop. It'll go down. I'll continue moving. It'll spark. I'll stop. Go down.
That is what started the fire. So maybe.
Where's the
squirrel? It's very
squirrel?
frosty in this room.
Where are the squirrels?
Yeah, well, that doesn't mean a whole lot.
Well, look, it's not acting up. If it starts glowing any more than when Jasper was touching it,
Sparking.
It's sparking. Any technology sparks when it's not great.
The sooner you put that thing down, the better.
I hate to do this because I've already been the person to insight check an animal in this game. But I happen to know that we have a party member who can turn into animals.
That's fair.
So,
where is a squirrel? I want to talk to
insight
it.
Check the squirrels.
I want to talk to the squirrels.
All right, you both are looking for squirrels. There are 3 or 4 in the bookshelf.
I'm gonna grab one.
I want to see if there's more intelligence behind those eyes than a regular squirrel.
Okay. Just make me an insight check.
Wait, I'm not gonna attempt to grab one. I'm gonna pull out some rations, and I'm gonna befriend the squirrel.
19.
This is a squirrel.
This is a squirrel.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Nothing more, nothing less.
Just looks like a squirrel. Okay, because I'm like, when we're looking around for culprits or anybody who like set this thing off or made this or owns this cabin, we see no signs of life except for squirrels.
Did see a skeleton.
There's a
We did
charred
see
skeleton.
one skeleton.
My squirrel friends. I cast Speak with Animals. My squirrel friends. Are you able to tell me what happened here?
Orb go boo.
The guy blew up.
But do you know how? What caused it?
That thing that you're moving around, I'd be careful.
Do you know what he did to make him go boom?
He just touched it.
He just touched it and he went boom.
Yeah, he was building it, working on it.
Do you know?
He'd spent like months working on it. I thought he was never going to die. We just wanted to move in. He kept kicking us out.
How long ago did he go boom?
Like, I don't know, a few weeks.
It's been a few weeks.
That explains this then.
I'd like to check
He kept saying
body.
something. Yeah, he kept saying something about. Do I want to do it for the meme?
Yes.
Do it for the meme.
He kept saying something about having the power of the sun in the palm of his hands.
And then he went boom.
Yeah.
Ask if he has
Bye.
a name.
Ask
what his name was.
Miss, my friend. Do you know what's your name and then what's his name? Do you know?
I'm Tab.
You're Tav. It's a wonderful name, Tav. Do you know, was this Macratus?
Yeah, McCready or something like that, yeah. Big Inwood.
Did he ever have anybody come over and investigate this little orb thing?
No, there was one little dwarf guy. A gnome. I don't know. One of you small humanoids. Either way, he'd come over every once in a while, but he quit coming. They got into a fight.
Do you know anything else about that little small guy?
See, better than Russell.
Yeah, he dresses like a little teddy bear, and I don't quite get it.
Pardon, he dresses like a little teddy bear.
Yeah, he has a little jacket with like little teddy bear ears, and it's like fuzzy. And I get it's cold, but it seems a bit like weird.
Would you like me to do this?
Did you ever hear his name?
Copper, something.
Copper not a knocker.
Maybe.
Copper
Okay.
Cooper doop doop doop.
Is there anything else?
A wild Lizzie appears.
Is there anything else that you've seen here, Tav, that you think would be beneficial to us?
Macradius may be dead, but he's still here.
Are you meaning that his ghost is still here?
Sure.
Have you?
I don't think it's a ghost.
Well, what do you mean that
he's
he's?
still
Well,
here.
yes, I know his skeleton's still there. I can see it now. But what do you mean that he's still here?
Do I hear?
don't know.
Do I hear? Is she speaking squirrel?
I'm
Or is she speaking?
It depends on how Speak with Animals goes.
I
straight up?
firmly believe in my headcanon, I think Speak with Animals makes you speak with the animals. So you're talking
I'm talking
in chitter right now.
I'm talking in squirrel.
Squeak, squeaker, squeak,
Yeah.
squeaking.
I'm fluent. But what do you
In school.
mean that he's still here? Can you explain
Well,
that a bit more to me?
Yeah, I see him sometimes, still trying to work on that thing.
You see him sometimes.
You see
Yeah.
dead people.
When's the last time you saw him?
Like 5 minutes ago when he tried to throw that thing at your head.
I see. One moment. Hey
Anyway,
guys.
This is when the camera smash cuts to me, currently examining the body.
Ashira, back the fuck up. This guy's ghost is still here.
Ashira, roll me an investigation check.
Sure, I'd love to.
Guys,
I was there
this man's
too.
ghost
I
is
see
still
her
here.
go for the body, and I'm like, oh, dead people? That's my specialty. I'm gonna help with that.
This
Oh.
man's ghost is still here.
Wait, really?
Cool. That's a 24.
So despite this man being almost incinerated, as you go to kind of like slightly move him, you can see a like shimmer of gold reflect back to you, and you manage to pull out an amulet that is fully pristine, no hint of destruction on it.
Oh. And with my detect magic up.
It is magical.
Oh, beautiful.
I
Do
just
I get a
forgot it
school?
existed. I'm so sorry.
What's cool? What's cool? What's
Do I
cool?
get a school? Is it necromancy? I think it's
Well-
necromancy.
It depends on what you consider necromancy. I'm gonna have to look this up.
And I got no vibe. He's
Hey,
not
if
an
it's
undead.
necromancy, I might know what it is.
Are ghosts
No,
undead?
you did not get the vibe that he was dead or undead.
Oh,
But yes,
I can tell if people are undead.
So this man's ghost or whatever it was the one that threw that other piece at us. Apparently, according to Tav, my squirrel friend here, was to blow us up.
No, that's not what I said.
You don't understand me, Tav. I'm speaking common.
Tira, I genuinely don't know the school of magic.
Okay, that's perfectly fine. Some artifacts don't have a school specifically.
Yeah.
Do I recognize this thing at all in my dealings with undead and dead and like?
Roll me a religion check.
Alright, guys, I may have over-exaggerated. He wasn't trying to blow us up. However, he did throw it at us.
I also feel like...
If I sneezed on you.
I also feel like Poppy is definitely going through, PTSD of watching me stand up, hold what could possibly be an incredibly cursed magical item, and just being like, I found a thing!
Yeah.
A clue!
20.
So you recognize the symbol on the amulet that Ashira is now holding as the symbol of Lathander, the god. He
The god, not the god of something, just the god.
No, he is the Morning Lord. So a very big, very well-known god in Faerun. A very common to worship god.
Do I know what it does, what it symbolizes?
Not necessarily the amulet itself, but normally he's a good guy. So I mean that's a good comforting symbol thing at least. But you yourself are not super familiar with him.
If you bring him up.
Macradius, are you willing to just come out and chat with us by chance?
Make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Oh, you motherfucker.
Fantastic. We all love to see it.
Wiz save?
Yeah.
Did you say anything about the guy that this is the god?
Poppy. I probably was just like, that's the Morning Lords.
Oh, do
I got
know
a
anything
13.
about the Morning Lord?
So there's almost a slight whisper in the back of your head. It's not that easy.
How would you be able... Macradius, I am hearing voices again. How would you be able to speak to my friends here? This one here is an expert in the dead.
I'm an expert in keeping people in their
Can
heads.
anybody plane shift now?
Unless you can get to the ethereal plane. Then no.
But you're chatting with me right now.
Through a lot of focus and weeks of trying.
Is there any other way besides plane shifting?
Has he got any spells in them there books?
Can he possess somebody?
Can you possess one of us? Or do you have any spells? Book here? What if I allowed you to possess me for 5 minutes?
I could try.
And then you have to promise to leave my body. You don't have to leave your house.
Jasper, if he can't possess you, he might be able to with me.
So try me, and then if that doesn't work, try the redhead.
All right. So are you failing the saving throw?
I'm failing the saving throw.
Okay. So it is a very strange feeling. It is not quite what you would imagine a ghost possessing you to be like, but almost like you yourself trade places with him on the ethereal plane. So you lose all sight. And it's a strange thing. You can like it takes you a few minutes for your sight to come back to you, and you are kind of like standing in the same space that you were, but everything is different. The colors are more like muted. It's very, very strange. And like you reach out to like touch Azari and your hand just passes through him entirely. However, what the rest of you see is Jasper kind of like falter for a moment, like almost fall, and then catch herself. And when she turns back to you, her eyes are different. They are like a strange, like dark green almost. Well,
Hello.
hello. We don't have much time. I have to finish this. And he instantly leaves all of you and goes into the workshop where you took the orb.
I'm just gonna start growling.
Just a second.
Yes.
She didn't agree to that, and if you blow up again, you blow her up, and she's dead too.
If I can do this, we could end the eternal hell we've all been in.
It's something that I can do.
I could maybe walk you through it, but you'd be at just as big of a risk.
We need to consent to that.
Consent isn't.
He takes a step back, and immediately he begins like talking to you, almost in like it. It almost sounds like a foreign language with the speed that it's coming at to you. But you can get he knows what he's doing, and it was a genuine like fuck up that it backfired on him. But he basically explains that this could be the end to the winter if we can get this right. And he starts walking you through the process of how to attach the third disc to it. Yes.
Can I talk to him if I focus hard enough?
He's been trying this for weeks, bro.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
While this is happening, I'm assuming that this is going to be a Tinker's Tools check. That's intelligence, right?
No.
Or is that Dex?
It is just going to be an Arcana check.
It's going to be an Arcana check, so that's intelligence.
Yeah, it's intelligence.
I'm gonna look over at Poppy. Is he doing this or are you doing this?
I'm doing it. You
Okay.
It's okay.
Let's give this the best shot we got then. And I'm just gonna kind of grab a hold of your shoulders and
kind of
like silvery, like almost like silver wisps of gray arcanic smoke just like shoot through my back, through my arms, and into your body. I'm going to cast Enhance Ability to give you advantage on intelligence checks.
Which one's this
I
called?
got a 13.
No, I know, but like it's like out.
It.
It's not out.
You're like yelling, and Azrite is just not looking like he's hearing you out.
No, I'm trying to talk to the guy in my body.
Oh, okay, yeah, no response.
Thank you.
So, Poppy.
Hi.
Wait, hold on a second. Guys, don't kill the one person that could bring us back.
Too late.
They're too nice. They're fucking people.
I gave her the best shot. Giving her advantage.
Just let me die and then bring me back.
Natural 20. Ends winter. Just kidding.
Dirty 20.
Ooh, I'll take it.
Okay. It gets a little rough for moments there, and it does start to like spark up like it is going to explode. And he is like trying to walk you through, like instantly like take your hands off of it when that happens, like let it cool down for a few moments. And this is not a like quick and easy thing. This does take you about 2 hours to fully complete it.
At this point, I will have told everybody to please fuck off.
And he only had the 5 minutes. So after that, he is like kicked back to the ethereal plane. Jasper, you are back in your own body.
I think I'll be like, Macradius, you can come back.
Can you still talk to one of us?
You can come back until this is done. However, now that I can talk to all of you, why are you letting the one person that could potentially bring us back from the dead potentially kill themselves?
Jasper, fine. I got the instructions. I know what I'm doing.
So did he. And look at the skeleton.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
If we die, you could probably bring us back. Who's going to bring you back?
I can bring maybe one of you back. Maybe.
Admittedly,
I'm not gonna do this.
Are you sure, Poppy?
Yeah. Now, please shut up so that I can focus.
I got a healing potion on standby.
You think that would help a skeleton, Ashir?
Confidence in my abilities.
I'm gonna unwild shape.
Just
I'm gonna take a rest while she's doing this, and I'll be able to revive anyone after that.
that works too.
Yeah, I'll regain my second and first level spell.
I'll
with,
short rest and
Arcane
prepare
Recovery.
Revivify.
Give Az the diamond.
It's just
Admittedly, the explosion won't destroy a diamond.
If we need it, I can get it. Let's just hope it doesn't go that far.
Again, y'all's confidence in me is astounding.
We are confident in you. We're not confident in him.
We had confidence in Ima.
Which, admittedly, I apologize.
Stop what I'm doing and just glare at her.
She's glaring back.
You want to do this?
I'm just saying, think of the facts. If Az thinks he can bring you back, that's a different story.
Yeah, get the fuck out.
She'll just shrug and leave.
Actually, with that, we are working on a magical item right now with raw magic being exposed. With the intensity of that exchange rising.
Mm-hmm. That's why I stopped what I was doing. I stopped touching it.
It was still, there was a lot of emotion in that.
There was.
Can I get deck saves from both of you, please?
Just from us two?
Yes.
Oh, natural 20. 27.
Yeah, I need to figure out my modifier. Hold on.
Actually, it would be con saving, sorry.
It was still a natural 20.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, 23.
Okay.
22.
Okay, so you both pass. But as you two are having this exchange, before you can shrug and turn away Jasper, it does like spark and react to it. Almost like bits of sunlight kind of like jump towards both of you. You both take 33 points of radiant damage.
What the fuck?
Oh! That would be one off from downing me.
But with that, the device kind of like rattles on the table and drops, and it looks like there is no more juice in it for the time being.
Can I still continue working on it?
Yes, it just should not have another reaction at all. Like Macradius does kind of like give you enough and like focuses, and he does kind of like it's done now. The bit of energy was released. Until you're finished, it'll be fine.
Okay, I go back to working on
this
it.
is actually.
I head
probably better.
outside. I'ma go hunting.
I'm going to very carefully, like approaching a lion, approach Poppy. In front of you, not behind you, so you can see her coming. Again, like a fucking wild animal. She's very scared of approaching you right now.
Shut the fuck up. Sorry, that was mean. What?
I can continue working on this. You're hurt. Please.
No, that's nice. I need something to focus on.
People really care about you.
That's great. I need something else to focus on. If you make me go anywhere else right now, I'm gonna go scream at Jasper.
Then go into the room that this was in and break something. There's nothing magical in there. I can see.
Can you finish this, please?
Azurite's just gonna leave on that note.
Are you following Jasper outside?
No, I'm gonna wait outside in case there's an explosion, but I'm not gonna be in there for the hostility.
Okay.
I won't force you.
I say to Poppy as she's doing this. Poppy, you do look hurt. I don't wanna mess up what you're doing.
I'll figure it out.
I know. Do you want me?
After I finish this.
Do you want me to heal you in the meantime?
If you have the energy to, fine.
Is it gonna mess something up?
I don't think so. Just don't do it while I'm touching it.
Okay. And I'll hit her with a cure wounds.
Okay.
How much do I get?
That's a great question. Oh, great. 6 and 7 is 13 plus 2, 15.
Jasper, make a perception check for me.
Aggie.
Oh, and I'll also hit you with a
19.
Okay. So
do it like cure cast words.
You walk outside pretty angry, pretty hurt. And you don't make it really very far. You know that you don't want to get too far away from the others and kind of just like if something comes by, hunting in a sense. But after a few minutes, you can hear something kind of large moving, and it is approaching the cabin. And the second that it comes into view, it is not something you would normally hunt. You see a single Goliath just kind of roaming this area.
I'm gonna
It
go
appears to be a
back
woman.
inside.
She's got like long white braided hair. But she is like has her eyes on the cabin.
She
Like,
has
that's
eyes
where
on
she's
the
looking.
cabin?
Yes, that is where she's looking towards. That is where she is headed
Oh,
towards.
then I'm not going inside. I'm gonna head away from the cabin and attempt to draw her away from the cabin.
Okay.
In hopes that she kind of just sees me. However, how far away?
She's probably about 200 feet away right now. Like, you just saw her. You were paying attention.
In minutes.
Like, 2, 3.
I'm gonna use a minute of that to stick kind of the direction she is to stick 4 arrows on the ground before I head off, and they start glowing as I cast Cordon of Arrows in to specifically shoot her if she gets close enough to the cabin.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna head away.
And what does you?
You plant 4 pieces of non-magical ammunition in the ground within range and lay magic upon them to protect an area until the spell ends, which is 8 hours. Whenever a creature, other than you, comes within 30 feet for the first time, 1 piece of ammunition flies up to strike. When you cast a spell, you can designate any creatures you choose, and the spell ignores them. So I'm choosing all of my friends for it to ignore it, so it only hits, essentially, this Goliath, potentially. So it's if she gets within 30 feet, she's gonna get shot.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try and lead it away.
Alright. Well, she's heading towards the cabin, so, she gonna get shot.
Does she see me?
Are you trying to hide?
No.
I will make a perception check for her. Natural 20. Yeah, she sees you. She stops about, 40 feet away from where you are right now, and she has, several weapons on her, but she instinctively kind of reaches for a spear. And she doesn't say a word. She just kind of, stares at you.
I feel like I've, walked 30 feet or so away from the cabin, also just staring at her. And I just wave.
Hello?
Hello?
I don't think we've met.
I don't think we have. What's your name?
Don't make me say this, Danny. It is. Oh,
you
you
can just
admit.
type it out.
Fuck.
I will be right
it.
back. I'm just gonna run a water to my mom.
You can change the name if you want, babe.
No. It is Oya Minartok.
Say
My
that one
friends
more
call me
time.
Oya.
Oya?
Nope, my friends call me Oya. I will type it in the chat though, because that's a mouthful.
Oh.
Oya Minotauk? Did I say that right? Well, I'll wait for you to finish typing it. Oya Minartok. Oya Minartok. Is it alright if I call you Oya, or did you want the full name? My name's Jasper.
It depends on if we're gonna be friends or not.
I hope we're friends.
I'd hope so too.
What are you doing out here?
Came to check on the cabin.
So did I.
Interesting.
Why did you come to check on the cabin?
Well, it's not too far from where I live. Like to make sure nothing bad is happening here. Macradius was here, but he was crazy and by himself, so you never know what could happen to him.
Can I be honest with you?
Sure.
We went in there and he's dead.
That's why I was checking in. I knew it was a matter of time before he blew himself up.
That is exactly how he went.
Ah, I just want to bet you have no idea.
How much?
20 gold.
What about the arrows?
That's a lot of gold.
Oh.
I know how to place my bets.
Who was the bet with?
A friend from the clan.
Oh, what clan are you from?
God damn it, I can't remember the fucking clan's names right now.
Well, it's not Danny's clan, and I don't think she cares.
Danny's clan.
I know, but I have to have it right for my own sake. Damn it. Josh, do you remember the name?
Nope.
You were literally a Goliath, but alright.
Yeah, I don't remember. He died in 2 sessions.
That is true.
This is your character, actually. Scritches.
I don't remember right now, but she tells you the clan name, and she's from one of them.
Wonder.
There are two. You would know this from speaking the Dale. There are two Goliath clans that both reside on the spine of the world. They don't get along with each other at all, but depending on which one, they're normally pretty cool with other people.
And she's with the one that's cool with other people?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Chill.
So I'll admit to you, Oya, that I'm out here because I didn't know if you were friendly and to keep you away from my friends that were in there.
That's fair.
We've met some not friendlies. The best way I can phrase it. Yeah.
Well, have you determined whether I'm friendly or not?
Can I make an insight check?
Yeah, sure.
I kind of like her. Insight. Natural 1.
She's your new bestie.
This is my new best friend. It's hard to tell.
Maybe you
It is hard to tell. Like, there's still a good bit of distance between y'all. Y'all kind of been yelling all of this. She could still be hiding a lot.
Do I hear this then?
You know, I think...
Probably bits and pieces. You probably do hear voices coming from outside.
You know...
Natural 1, you actually think she's the devil incarnate.
It's a bit hard to read, which I think is your intention. So, I think we're in neutral territory right now. You're not a threat.
So, can we go inside the cabin, or are we still gonna...
Can I trust
stand
you
out
not to kill my friends?
Are your friends going to try to kill me?
If I'm dead, yes. If I'm alive, probably not.
Okay, well, you'll go in first then, and I'll follow, and hopefully no one will get hurt.
Sounds good. My friend was just working on something in there, however, so we might just have to wait outside for a few minutes.
Alright. Are we still gonna keep yelling, or like, can I come closer?
Nah, yeah, we can go wait, hold on. Once we get within 35 minutes, not 35 minutes, 35 feet, can you just wait there for a second?
Sure.
I set up a thing to shoot anybody if they came close. And I don't want to shoot you.
She is, like, quite large, so she is quite literally stepping, like, toe to heel at the moment, and she gets, like, right about, like, where she thinks 35 feet away from you.
Okay, just wait there, please.
Alright.
I don't want to shoot you.
Okay.
I'm gonna go up.
There's 35 feet away from me.
That way.
Just, no, 35 feet away from the cabin. We can walk up there together. But once we get there, I will disarm.
Say that you could just mentally disarm your trap. It was a spell, so you could just lose concentration on it.
Oh, because it didn't say concentration. It doesn't say it's a concentration spell.
Oh, even so, you could just, like, choose to end it, I'm sure.
I'm gonna go up and I'm just gonna take the arrows out.
Yeah.
Did Az come down? Or did he just leave the room?
I'm just chilling outside of the cabin watching all this shit go down. Like, what the fuck?
Az, can you go kind of warn them?
Azurite.
Yeah.
Give me a perception check.
Sure. 1 second.
What's gonna pass the shift?
What do you want with the cabin? I've informed you what's going on.
Me?
Yeah.
Just checking to see if Macradius was still alive.
No, I just told you he's dead.
Well, no, but I also walked all this way and would like to rest and then head back.
12.
Okay, never mind.
Oh, that's ominous as fuck.
That was the wrong dice. That was a fucking D12. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Convenient.
Yeah, that's a 9. So
can we stay with the 12?
You know, a 12 on a D12 is technically a crit, so like.
Yo, it was a 12 with the modifier.
Oh well, we're fucked.
There's something almost familiar about this Goliath. Not familiar in the sense that you know her, but familiar in the way she carries herself, similar to you, Azurite. Just something similar.
Does this bitch smell like wet dog?
Kind of vaguely, just a little bit.
I fucking knew it. It's a druid. All right, I'm going inside the workshop.
Yeah, just tell us. Go tell them that we have somebody here, please.
We have company, everyone.
Would
Friendly
I be finished
company.
by now?
What was that?
Would I be finished by now?
I feel like as he walks in, you are just putting the finishing touches on it.
I would have told Az that I told her that we're gonna wait a few extra minutes.
Yeah, I think like as he comes in and she's like putting the finishing touches, like as he goes to speak, I'm like, I wait until
slowly
she like,
close the door back.
Final thing on.
Okay.
And now I open the door. Yeah, we have company. Friendly company.
Friendly. Okay. Are you sure?
Well, her and Jasper are getting off pretty good.
Any company out here is kind of a little weird, but okay.
It's a Goliath woman from one of the local tribes.
Okay. Yeah, sure. They can come in. I'm finished. I'm just gonna kind of look at Ishira and kind of be like, can you do the thing and put it in here before she comes in?
Like put it back where it was?
No, put it in this bag.
Also say, since it went off on you and Jasper, it has been completely non-responsive. You have been able to touch it without any fear of it.
Okay, so I'm just gonna stick it in the bag before she comes in, tie it up, and kind of just put it on my belt as if it's supposed to be there.
I'm just gonna yell back out the door. Oi, Jazz, it's good.
I'll open the door for her and just gesture.
You all see a monster of a woman darken the doorstep. These like any light gone second she walks through. She kind of has to like stoop to get in. This is like a 9 foot tall woman. Very broad shoulders. She has long white hair braided, almost like the Viking braid, like the thick braid on top, braided all the way down. There are a few like pelts hanging around her neck.
Immediately perception check. Is she as friendly as they're saying she is?
Sure. Make me a perception check.
Would that be perception or insight?
Insight. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm gonna do the same thing.
I'm just gonna kind of lean over to Azurite, just be like, "You said friendly, right?"
Yeah, very friendly.
Okay, yeah, cool.
Jasper's walking behind her though, and you get the vibe from her face that she doesn't fully trust this woman though.
23.
So a few things come to you. She does not have any like body language of aggression. She seems like almost as equally confused of you all being here as y'all of her being here. Um, Another thing that with that high of an insight, this woman could kill you all without even trying.
Well, yeah, obviously.
So like she's good if y'all are good. If no one makes any threatening movements towards her, she's not going to do anything threatening.
Okay. I rolled the same, so I'll just take that.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
That can't be comfortable.
No, it's not actually. I think I'm just gonna, and she kind of like pulls out one of the benches, like very loudly scrapes it across the floor and takes a seat. It kind of like buckles a little bit underneath her weight, but it doesn't snap. Even though she's sitting down, she is still a tall woman.
She probably, I mean, Poppy's very tall too, but now they're probably like up the same height.
Yeah.
Hi. It's nice to meet you.
Oh, that's Andy. She talks in people's heads. It's just what her people do.
No, it's cool.
Okay.
My friends call me Oya.
What is it? What is it?
Oya.
Oya. Yeah, Oya. I can't pronounce the whole name.
It's pretty.
Oya Minor talk.
Yep.
Well, Oya, it's nice to meet you. I'm Andy.
It's nice to meet you all.
Hi.
Hi.
It's a little. Any chance you've heard people in your head that weren't me, telling you to come here? This is just a little weird timing that we all happen to be here.
No, it is very strange timing. No, normally, this isn't terribly far from where I live. We like to keep a patrol of just things surrounding the area to make sure nothing's going on. So I just got to know Macradius. Came to check on him to see if he was still alive. Obviously, he's not. I want to bet, but it is strange timing though.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got somebody sending us a message spell, you know, the one where they just like kind of talk into your head.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
A lot of that going around apparently.
Yeah.
Feeling less
being
and less
like,
special.
hey, can you check on my friend? And well.
That had to be Culpa, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I always kind of thought the two of them were lovers, if I'm to be honest with you. They had a very strange relationship.
Yeah.
He's here, by the way. He's
like
who?
No, the what was his name? The
Macradius.
Macradius. He's it's okay. So he's stuck on the astral plane, but he's kind of sort of here. No, not quite. But he can kind of sort of interact with the material plane just a little bit. He tried to chuck something at us earlier.
So he can hear me.
Maybe. Theoretically, yeah.
Well, Macradius, if you can hear me, I won the bet, and I did always think you and Copper were fucking, alright? I can't help that.
Okay, I love her.
Immediately, like, my, like, tense disposition is just, like, immediate relaxed, and I'm like, I fucks with this girl.
Chuckles a little bit. I have no idea what the fuck that would sound like.
Well, that'd be terrifying. Oh my god.
That would be ghostly giggles in your head.
Do you have facial reactions to things?
Yeah,
Like, are you like, okay?
She like facially reacts to things, but it's just like there's no sound.
Is it creepier if there's no facial reaction and giggles in your head, or a facial reaction like a smile and a giggles in your head?
I feel like no facial reaction is creepier.
You just hear it.
Just to kind of describe. Yeah, it kind of comes in and out for some reason because you can't really control it.
Oh, that's adorable.
It's adorable because she's a good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's the movie Megan.
Nightmare Fuel?
Kind of.
Sorry, y'all. Here we are.
So I think that we were able to fix the bad thing and make it a good thing.
Well, we don't actually know because it exploded. Not like bad, but it did a little zap while I was working on it. So I don't actually know if it's gonna do the thing that it's supposed to do, or if it's just gonna blow somebody up again.
Well, I guess I could try it.
It's dead right now.
Oh, well. I was planning on waiting until morning anyway, but I probably a little bit thicker than the rest of you. I might be able to handle it if it does backfire again.
I mean, yeah, and if your body isn't completely disintegrated, I could bring you back. If not,
We'll see.
We'll play it by ear.
This bitch got a lot of HP.
Yeah,
I bet.
Did I do this? Yes. I'm also going to send a message to Oya, just so that she can only hear me and I'm not speaking out loud. And I'm gonna be like, also, things are a little tense between the girl you walked in with and the one you're speaking to now, who fixed it. Like, they just had a bit of a super big spat. So, like, that's what set off the thing that exploded. So, like, things are a little. They're not great.
She kind of like reaches into her pockets and like pulls out a flask, like kind of tips it towards you and just takes a drink of it.
Jasper's just like leaning, arms crossed in the doorway, just watching.
You can't see any of it on Poppy. Like, Poppy looks completely fine. Eddie's like.
So does Jasper.
I'm not finding anybody right now.
Insight check. Terrible.
You were in here, so you
No,
kind
I
of
know.
saw. Well, you
I
kind of
just wanted to
saw
see how it is affected.
as Poppy was like working and kind of focusing on something. She was right. She's calmed down now. She's not like gonna go scream at Jasper. She's just like, yeah, okay, that was said. That's fine. Moving on. We're in a tense situation right now. I don't really care.
Yeah.
So you would have seen that kind of unfold.
Any chance anyone knows how like this thing works? I know McCready's told you how to fix it, but what does it do? How is this thing supposed to fix everything?
Would I have been able to kind of piece together what it was supposed to do as he told me how to fix it?
So he kept referring to it as the summer star. You have to have the feeling that it has something to do with weather. You're not sure like how powerful of a spell he was trying to enchant this with. And the like energy that you took off of it was very it hurt, right? Like it was a lot of damage, but it was the closest you had felt to the sun in a very long time, and it was almost like a welcoming pain because it has been at least 2 years since you've even felt the sun on your skin.
It felt like the sun. Literally. Like just a really fucking bad sunburn.
Like a star.
No, like a sunburn.
Yeah, like a star.
Sure, yeah, like a star. But if a star tried to burn your face off.
feel like the closer you get to a star, it would try and burn your face off.
Hey.
Well, no, I mean like.
Well, no, like an actual, like the stars. Like
yes, stars are beautiful.
They're gorgeous. Yes.
She got really mad for a second. Stars are beautiful, and she just kind of pouts for a second.
No, they are gorgeous, but
and if they wanted to hurt someone, then they have their right to.
What I said, the star if it tried to burn your face off. I never said it would.
All right. In an attempt to switch the conversation, oh yeah, you said that you like patrol by here enough that you knew Macretus?
Yeah.
Did you ever see this amulet on him?
Yeah, he didn't take it off.
Yeah, it's like he's full charred. If you had like an emotional attachment, I would recommend not going in that room.
No.
But
or
this
if
is
you have any sort of gag reflex at all.
Also
it's
no.
not in there. Then you're fine.
This is completely unscathed, though. Like it's odd.
Well, most magical items are pretty hard to destroy.
Oh, I was wondering, do I know anything about this, like, this god? I'm proficient in religion.
With your time spent in Faerun, I would say probably not a lot. I mean, like, you have heard to him referred before. He is goes by the Morning Lord, but not like anything super in depth about him.
Okay.
I mean, I know that some religious relics have been known to withstand a lot. So, I mean, it kind of makes sense that didn't burn. Just what the hell it does, I couldn't tell you.
Did he ever say what it did, or he just always had it on him?
He just always had it on. He fiddled with it a lot. Hard to not see.
If you're still here, what the fuck did it do?
A few months pass. Like, Oya kind of like looks around, like waiting for something. And you do hear him kind of whisper that it is an amulet of health.
Real good.
Oh shit!
I didn't say that, not Andy. Alexa did.
That's the set your con to 19.
Yes.
It's amulet of health. So basically, what it does is it just makes you withstand a little bit more, in terms of doesn't necessarily be tougher in terms of getting hit, but.
Can I find any books on I know the squirrels can't hear me, but I'm still gonna say something like, sorry, I don't want to mess up your home, but I'm just looking here, and I'm gonna kind of like ruffle through the books and see if I can find anything that he was writing about this summer star.
So you do not find anything in the bookshelf. However, you do remember seeing a book that was mostly charred in the same room that was with him, his body, and the summer star.
Cool.
Do you want to go see that one?
Yes, please.
So it is mostly burned. What you can kind of read, there is just a little bit of lettering left in the middle of the spine of the book, and you can read the word ether. You can't quite tell if that like was a word on its own, if it was the beginning or ending of a word. It just says that's all you can make out is ether. Most of the pages are pretty badly burned, but like you can almost see like strange inscriptions on the inside of this book. You managed to find a few pages, but what languages do you speak?
I speak a bunch. I don't, probably nothing helpful books. Common, Deep Speech, Draconic, Druidic, Halfling, and Quarry.
So you do not recognize the sigils on the inside of this book. However, they are identical to the sigils that are carved into the rings of the actual like orb itself.
Cool. Wait a minute.
Do you inform the rest of us that you can't read that?
Yeah. Hey, can anyone else read this? There's a lot of different symbols and stuff, and I don't know what they say.
I'll take a look. The only ones that I have that weren't mentioned are Abyssal and Infernal.
You cannot read this.
Okay.
I forget what the original list was.
Yeah, same.
Honestly, if I'm being so real with y'all, none of you are gonna have this language.
Sounds good.
Let me check. I got some weird stuff.
That's cool because I built this character to not fuck around in the Icewind Dale, so I'm going to ritual cast comprehend languages.
Okay, let me check on something.
And fuck yo language, I'ma read it all.
I'm not sure if this works.
Oh.
If it's
Is
like,
it druidic?
No, it is not druidic.
Is it Sylvan?
No.
Is it halfling?
No.
Is it
Is
primordial?
it primordial?
No.
But Caitlin, is it common?
It is in common, actually.
If she has to look up if comprehend languages can see it, that's an interesting one to me.
I don't know if comprehend languages lets you read dead languages.
What about abyssal?
You also understand any written language that you see,
Okay.
but you must be touching the surface on which the words are written.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Yes, it is Netherese.
We also ruled for the record that, like, back when we were doing Nightmare Fuel, that if it was like written in code or something, that would be a hard time reading.
Yeah, the spell does not decode secret messages in a text or glyph, such as an arcane sigil that isn't in a written language.
So it couldn't necessarily identify thieves' cant.
Right.
But it can do.
Well, it would be able to translate it, but it wouldn't. It would be like
no.
It wouldn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
So it is in the language of Netheril. And this isn't anything like it doesn't actually tell me what the book says or anything. But there are just charred remains. There's not a lot to go off of other than you get the language that it is itself. But as far as just like things to read, everything's been pretty badly destroyed. But you know what language it's in at least.
I would try to mend it, but I know that it's just gonna turn it back into a book, and none of the writing's gonna come back.
Yeah, this is like a dead language. It's like I get it, but nothing. None of it's coherent. None of it's around enough to be coherent. It's interesting though. Why do you have a book written in this odd language?
I found it with the Summer Star.
Oh no, I was talking to, because I know that he can hear us and stuff. So, I guess the other thing is, like, while I'm just kind of walking around with your amulet, which I kind of get is like a super no-no. But if we're gonna be the vessel for your machine to do the non-winter thing, would you mind if maybe this made one of us harder to die?
The book is in Netherese because the artifact is Netherese. For one. Two.
That's pretty fair.
I have no use for the necklace anymore.
Yeah, no kidding.
Be my guest to take it.
Thank you. I just wanted to be respectful.
However, keep the Morning Lord in mind to whoever does take it.
Keep the what?
The morning.
The morning word?
Lord. Keep that god.
Morning Lord.
That god in mind.
Yes.
Keep Lathander.
Poppy gave you like the rundown of who he was.
Okay.
And what the amulet like actually looks like, it is like two hands kind of like with a sun in between them.
It's literally the progressive logo.
Yeah.
All states, sorry.
Is anybody here particularly squishy?
You.
You.
Yeah. I mean, like, you guys already gave me, like, the magical shoes thing, so I kind of felt bad if I... Yeah, fair enough.
Mesmerizing. I also think that this guy that we're talking to, that I keep forgetting his name, I feel like he can't hear me. Because, like, I'm not actually speaking.
Fair, he can't hear you.
Yeah, no. We can't hear nothing. I'm just
Mind
saying
you, just
thank
occasionally
you.
thinks we're talking to ourselves. Okay, I will... I guess I'll put the amulet on. The possibly cursed magical artifact goes to a second of Kira's Icewind Dale characters.
You attune to it?
I will attempt to attune to it.
Alright, you have a 19 con now.
Heck yes!
Congratulations.
Let me see if this is something I can actually look up.
Amulet of Health is definitely in there, yeah.
Yeah, maybe there.
It came up in my Nyx campaign.
I could have been playing with my Andy dice that I just bought.
Add to equipment.
What's your health at now, babe?
So I'll tell you what it was at before. Is at 34 before. So remember when I said that 33 points of damage would have taken me one hit away from unconscious. Then I'm going to go to inventory, attunement, and hit the attunement. And I now have 44.
Nice.
Which for a level 5 wizard, not bad.
That damage was just me not wanting to roll that many dice, because the actual damage that it was supposed to be was 10d10 plus 35.
So we would have died.
Well, at least been unconscious for sure.
Yeah.
Possible death.
Possible of 135 damage.
And then if it reduced you to 0 HP, it incinerated you. So yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
It was a possibility for death.
Thanks for not.
Thank you for being
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just rolled 10d10 and that was 47.
Here, let me do just a random 10d10.
35 is 82 points damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which means you did pass the saving throws, both of you, but still.
That
Plus 35, 41. I would have been fucked.
Oh, thank you for being kind to us and not wiping 2 people off the face of the planet.
Sometimes the book is mean.
We'll be ending this campaign with all new characters. Slowly throughout the campaign.
No.
There'll just be Andy.
I mean, I was going to say that Az has Revivify, thing about disintegration.
Can't do that.
Yeah.
Can't do that.
Does Az? I thought it was only Wildfire that got Revivify.
All druids can get Revivify.
Oh shit! I don't know why.
I think Wildfire just gets it for free. They don't have to prepare it. They just get it for free, I think.
Oh, okay.
I got it.
It's their circle.
Yeah.
Like
that's my bad.
I know I'm a broken record when I say this, but Tasha's Guide fixed the game.
Mm-hmm. You're right.
But yeah.
Except, fuck Tasha's for taking Fireball away from Wildfire Druid.
It took
that
it
is
away?
Kind of stupid. I'll give you that.
They took Fireball away from Wildfire Druid with Tasha's.
Yeah, that makes no sense. It's literally a Wildfire Druid.
Yeah, and gave them like plant growth or something, and it upset me very badly.
I'll kind of look around at the group and be like, okay, so do we want to hold up here for the night and then in the morning try and use this thing?
Do we know how to use it? Have we learned how to use it?
I would be careful when we try to use it.
I'm gonna just
Macradius kind of speaks loud enough for you all to hear. One of you will have to attune to it.
Respectfully, is it okay if I attune to it?
I don't want any of us to attune to it right now because, I mean, it's, from what I understand, it's a powerful device and we could potentially wake something up, piss something off.
Well, also, I mean, Oya has kind of volunteered as well, and I believe that she might be, more resilient to the kind of damage that would kill us all.
I'm not worried about the damage so much right now. I'm more worried about us not being ready for the repercussions of using this thing.
That's fair. It obviously seems to have something to do with stars, and I don't want that to be in the wrong hands, and I don't know, I feel most comfortable with that.
I mean, when the time comes and everybody agrees.
Yeah.
I have no intention of using the thing.
Oh, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have anybody at your tribe that can identify things? None of our mages can.
Yeah, there's, I have a woman that can.
Did we want to go that route? In the morning?
How far is your, base of operations from here?
For all of us on foot, it would probably be about a 2-day travel.
Okay. Yeah, so while this thing is dormant, let's hold up here for a bit, and then in the morning we can start making our way to Oya's tribe. We can get a couple of things looked at, actually. I have these 2 potions from a shaman lady that I have no idea what they do, so wouldn't mind, maybe having a chit-chat with the Yule identifier.
What do you think,
And then
brother?
if we can get them identified, then we'll know everything about it, right?
Sounds like a plan to me.
Theoretically.
Okay. Slumber party in a dead guy's cabin.
Is there a fireplace in here?
Yeah, there is.
I feel like I would have lit that by now.
Okay.
So that's going, and if there's... I mean, it's been a couple weeks, but if he's got, non-perishable rations, I feel like...
Yeah.
Be okay. I'm starting to, kind of fix a little bit of something to eat, get everything set up for us to, not freeze in the middle of the night.
I'm gonna be hanging out with you, Poppy.
Okay.
And I'm
gonna do some cleaning, just sweep some of the ashes and dead people.
Yeah.
Ashes and ashes.
And I guess there's no. I'm gonna use prestidigitation as many times as I need to get rid of the dead guy smell.
Yeah.
Poppy's just throwing tips out of how to get rid of the smell.
I feel like we might want to update Copper.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't cast it right now. But I think if I just kind of it'll take a little bit of time for me to prepare it, but yeah, I can do that when we wake up.
Are we looking for a wild berry smell or a pine fresh?
New car.
Pine fresh.
that new carriage smell. Okay, I'll kind of combine a new carriage with pine fresh, that freshly built carriage where you can kind of still smell the mahogany. Yeah. Okay. I got this.
Okay.
Yes. Cute. Someone else who knows this pine.
It's the Hunger Games, bitch.
Yeah. Okay, never
mind. What?
Well, never mind.
I'm confused.
Okay. I just kind of sit down, I guess there's are there sofas and stuff that we can kind of pull into a little gathering circle?
No, but you all do have bedrolls.
We do have bedrolls.
Bedroll.
So we'll just camp out. And as Oya is here, I'm just be like, so what's your, I guess your position in the tribe is like scout, lookout, that kind of thing?
Not normally, no.
Are you a druid?
No, I'm not a druid.
Fuck.
No offense, but no.
There was a little stank on that, I'm not gonna lie.
It's easy to confuse the two.
What's
No,
the
You're a
second
ranger.
What's the second?
Oh, well, you see, she kind of like stands up and like shakes herself off. Um, and her form begins changing. Um, she shifts into a werebear.
Fucking
So
where
she
bear?
is a polar bear werebear, basically. And then she shifts back to her normal self.
That was
I'm a lot of
amazing.
things. Thanks.
Holy
There's
shit.
100% because I was like sitting down crisscross applesauce, and then this fucking thing, and I'm just like,
Yeah, I think Ima and I just had the same.
you said the thing.
Oh, whoops! Fuck me. Sorry.
Okay, I've done it too.
Okay, so
I'm really
that's new.
a bit of a local legend, honestly.
Ooh, do you have a legend name?
No, not normally. Just
They
a
just call you
werebear.
the bear? Oh.
Hang on, I gotta look and see if she has a nickname.
Yeah, like, do you have like a
Like, yeah, we're pretty well known. We can spread around a name.
Yeah.
Oya to her friends, but the commoners know her as
Oh,
Death
the
by
Winter
Snoo
Walker.
Snoo.
The Winter,
Winter
Walker.
The Winter Walker? Yo, we're held up with the Winter Soldier right here.
Goddamn.
That is amazing.
All right, Caitlin, what's the accent? Go.
Fuck.
Is the Winter Walker.
That is an amazing nickname.
See, you
Thanks.
got some street cred.
How exactly does
Say that in her voice.
how exactly does your condition work? Was this like a thing in your tribe or
I know, it's bitten. Horribly tragic. Most of our people died. I happened to survive and mutate. It's been a
and
gift, honestly.
you have full control over it?
Now, I didn't at first.
Oh! She's a fucking blood hunter! Sorry, this is Kira talking, not
What?
Yeah.
she's a Chetney.
Lycanthropy.
She's a Chetney. She's got Chetney. Sorry, this is Kira the player geeking out, not my character who is only like 6 days old.
Well, that doesn't make any sense. Isn't Blood Hunter like?
It's technically it's newer than Icewind Dale.
Yeah.
However, Caitlin
Yeah.
can do whatever the fuck she wants.
This is Caitlin's Icewind Dale.
I guess.
It doesn't tell me how she turned into a werebear, so I'm just gonna run with it.
Fuck yeah.
What? Yeah, so I mean, that's cool. I mean, what's not cool is that like a lot of your people died. But
forever ago.
You're super cool.
Thanks.
Does like the celebrity status of it ever kind of get to you?
No, the townsfolk can be a bit excited when they see me, I reckon, when I get too close, but I don't really take that back with me to the tribes.
Fair.
We're all pretty chill up there. Literally, it's probably the coldest place in the Dale.
Noted.
And you guys know, like, vaguely the area that she's talking about. The spine of the world is a mountain ridge that is nothing on Earth even comes close to the size of these mountains. The peaks of them are in the clouds. You cannot see the peaks of them. It looks like one solid curtain blocking Icewind Dale off from the rest of the world.
Damn.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm kind of like handing you plates of food to put in front of people.
Food.
While we're just kind of like, short resting and down timing. Okay, here's an odd question for a DM. I assume, obviously, the first person to enchant a weapon didn't have a formula to go by, right? Because they were the person to write the formula. How difficult would it be to write a formula?
So I was looking it up when you originally mentioned this, and I'll have to look into the formula of it. But basically, to enchant a magical item, I'd have to actually break out my Xandar's guide to like fully look up like, exactly how long it would take, so I can do that before the next session. But it would take a few weeks at the bare minimum.
Yeah, so it's 2 work weeks for uncommon, which is +1, which is what I'm going for.
Okay. So yeah. Let me look into the actual book, not just like the Reddit post that I found, and see what it says about it, and I'll have an answer for you by the beginning of next session.
Okay, perfect.
It is something that I've not looked into before, so I'm sorry about that.
That is because so many people do not, like, they're like, oh, I want to go find a +1 item, and you're like, you have so many mages in your party, and not one of you thought to make one?
Yeah, but downtime is a bitch to come by.
It is. But just assume that whatever amount of work I need to put into it, I'm putting into it now.
Okay, gotcha. So do you have a plan for what you're doing, or just kind of going with whatever comes up?
There were rumors of a talking moose. It sounds so stupid when you say it out loud.
I mean, then again, we also have a talking raccoon and a talking polar bear now.
Well, I mean, they talk when they're in their human form. Can you talk when you're a bear?
Oh god, no, I can growl. That's about it.
Yeah. So, like, these
yeah.
ones talk. It's like a moose, but it speaks common.
Yeah, I've come across talking animals before.
Yeah, it's that, but it's like not supposed to be. It's not like,
I see.
Somebody's going around and like awakening animals.
You heard of Ravison.
And they're getting a little pissed off at being awoken and being confused, and so some of them have been kind of doing some nasty things, but we've been able to kind of make most of them chill the fuck out.
You said Ravison.
Have you heard of the druid Ravison?
Vaguely, a few years ago. The name sounds kind of familiar with the talk of druids. There've always been frost druids in the Dale, mostly stuck to themselves.
What the fuck?
It's my new glasses, guys.
Here, wait. Now that we're doing show and tell, look what I did.
Sexy.
This is my thing. My sweater. It's a little bow.
Your sweater?
Well, Ben's sweater.
Ma'am? It's mine. It's mine now. I stole it fair and square. He hasn't taken it back.
Right.
It's mine.
So, sorry, you've heard of Ravison?
Vaguely. It was her and his sister came to the tribe looking for help, and at the time we were kind of going through some things. So we had to turn them away. She got quite angry with us, honestly. It's only the reason I remember it.
She had a sister?
Yeah.
What can you tell us about her?
Seemed to be the calmer two of the lot.
Seemed to be the what two, sorry?
Seemed to be the calmer one of the lot. Didn't yell quite as loud as his sister.
Did you catch the sister's name?
It's probably been 10 years now. Now I don't remember it.
Again, there's food in front of people, so they should probably eat.
Do you have any siblings?
No, not anymore.
Anymore?
Remember her tribe.
Oh.
Yeah.
Then the werebears attacked.
Then everything
That's not funny.
Everything changed.
Is there anything else that you could possibly remember about Ravison and her sister? Where she was coming from? Where she was potentially going to?
she had said something that she hated the Tin Towns, wanted safety from them, so that they had turned on a. I'm not sure if they're from the Tin Towns originally, but we had some infighting going on and couldn't accept anybody else in.
Is it gonna be all right if we meet up with your?
Yeah, as long as you're with me, it'll be fine.
Okay, yeah.
Tribe leader can be a little bit stuck in his old ways, but no, he'll be fine.
Wonderful.
If you weren't with me, he'd have some like outrageous request of you to get into the camp, but it's fine.
Yeah, that's fair.
He'd have a side quest.
Oh, what now?
Don't worry about it. Question, this, like, curse, I guess, that you talk about, that you have, do you like it? Do you...
I didn't at first. It's painful to be honest with you, but it's kind of who I am now. I'm stronger, healthier. I mean, it comes down to things make or break you, and I feel like this was something that made me who I am today.
It's a
It's a
really
nice way.
great way of looking at it.
Yeah, you only have so many options, right? Like I could look at it as a curse, but then I also wouldn't have a cool nickname and a badass stories to tell. So,
It is a pretty cool nickname.
right?
It's an
That
amazing
is
one.
so cool.
I make a point of putting a plate down in front of Jasper, kind of like as like a I'm not like gonna rip your head off, olive branch.
Jasper has in her mind, is this poisoned?
Knowing you, I'll steal a piece and eat it and put it in my mouth and eat it.
Wasn't that one of the first things Jasper did, is question if the food in front of her was poisoned?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Look, Jasper is many things, and one of those things is consistent.
And paranoid.
Yeah.
Yes,
Paranoid.
but consistently paranoid.
She'll start nibbling.
I'm gonna pull up a seat next to Jasper and just like pull my plate over, wild shape into a raccoon so it goes further, and just start tearing into that shit, and then like offering her food that's like dirtied up by my grubby hands.
I still eat it, and I'll offer him some of mine as well.
I'm gonna take it.
So normal that like
Yeah,
just constant.
Nobody at the
whenever we're
table
eating-
even blinks.
No.
I don't know what Oya's reaction is, but nobody else.
I genuinely love that this is not the first time that Azurite wild shapes only to make his food last longer.
Yeah,
Like he's just such a foodie.
We listen here. The twins have lived through some shit. We know
But
how to
I
make
like-
this shit last.
I truly like to think it's just because he enjoys food that much. Like not because of like it's just like I gotta savor this, you know, like make it last.
There's a moment where I'm just gonna kind of sit there, and I feel like part of our rations include like instant mashed potato kind of things, like just add water.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna kind of dip my finger in it and just be like, I really shouldn't, but we need something to laugh about right now. And she's gonna brace herself because this could go very wrong. And it's going to turn around and flick the food right in Poppy's face.
He killed Lizzie.
She's like, every single thing that we've talked about has somehow caused like tension or awkwardness in the room. We're like, hey, tell us about your clan. And she's like, my clan died. And we're like, all right.
Technically, she didn't say her entire clan died. She just meant like you were asking about her house and her new werebear.
Yeah.
There were people, they died, and she survived.
Right. And we're like, okay, you got any siblings? Not anymore. Get out. Okay. So instead, I'm not even going to create a topic of conversation. I'm just gonna flick food at Pop.
Without missing a B. Poppy just kind of wipes it off and continues eating.
You think this is the first child Poppy has dealt with?
Just like, it's a normal reaction. She's just kind of like, okay.
Do you people have food in abundance to waste?
No.
God damn it, Caitlin.
I was just curious.
No, just
What?
I think if there's one thing that's even more scarce than food around here, it's hope.
Oh. Well, you'll all have survived this far.
Wait, did you do that on purpose?
No,
I feel like no insight
Don't
is
even-
needed on
don't-
that one.
Lizzie,
No,
don't
no.
even insight check her. She's
know,
fully
I
got
know,
like a shit-eating
know.
grin on her face.
Now, I'm not gonna say, didn't your mother never tell you not to play with your food?
I feel like that'd be safe.
Yeah, that would be like I'm 6 days
Yeah.
old.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you now. Don't play with your food.
Okay.
Meanwhile,
Okay.
I am just double
She's
fisting
not-
mashed potatoes
not
right
mad.
now.
She's smiling at it.
Jasper's gonna put a piece of food on Ashira's plate to make up for the one that she threw.
I just dipped my finger in
Looks
instant
like a little
mash.
piece
I
of
give you
mashed
I
potato.
give you like a scoop of mashed potatoes off my plate. I'm sharing with the raccoon anyways.
Well, thank you. Is there any
Well, as I say, don't play with your food, I'm gonna like not so subtly glance over it as
I have a mashed potato beard right now.
camera cuts to raccoon as who's just
covered in mashed potatoes.
Is there any, by the way, reaction from Oya to me saying I'm only 6 days old?
There's like a heavy like like the blinking it's just like not like what do you mean?
Yeah, blink, blink.
Yes. So she hasn't like commented on it yet, but she is
Yeah.
just like, I don't understand what's going on right now.
That's fair.
Do I see her confusion?
Yes.
So, okay. Again, sounds fucking weird. We just kind of found her, wandering, half frozen, and she doesn't remember anything from before that.
She's got amnesia.
I showed up in a forest.
Yeah, she just kind of into the forest.
Do you think, Oya, that your identifier would be able to identify if there's a spell effect in her mind?
Perhaps that would be more the woman that's going to cast it. I'm not sure what her limits are.
Let's let her process the fact that we found a whole being in the woods.
A whole
I
ass person.
feel like she's probably encountered stranger things.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Let me. She stands up and like how tall is Ashira?
She's like she's a shoddy. She's definitely like
I would imagine they're like 4'6".
That is
she's
so
not that
tiny.
short.
Okay.
I was thinking like 5'2".
I was like 5'1" area, yeah.
I see her as very small in my head.
She is quite small
compared to 9 foot.
Yeah, so there's about 4 feet between the two heads.
and I'm sitting.
Yeah.
So there's probably about 7 feet between my head and hers.
Pulls you to your feet, like away from your meal for just a second.
Oh,
Kind of like kneels down so she can be as close to eye level with you as possible, and just takes your face in her hands. Just make like
I kind of tense up at that.
she's not making any like aggressive moments. She's just looking. If
Yeah.
that makes
Okay.
but Poppy's Poppy.
that's fair.
Not making any move towards a weapon. I'm just kind of like, I'm uncomfy. You might be a bear, but I'm Mama Bear.
She holds eye contact with you for like to that point where it's starting to become very uncomfortable.
Uh-huh.
and then fully breaks it and like, all right, thanks. You can sit back down.
Sorry, what
You're
was what was
Well, do you want me to tell them what I found, or do you want me to talk to you in private first? If
No, I think
the
you should
rest
tell us what you found.
well, yeah, because I don't know, and these are the closest people so far that I trust.
Okay. Well,
So yeah, let's roll with it.
in near-death circumstances, sometimes there are choices we have to make. Sometimes there are deals we have to make. I am slightly familiar with the Raven Queen, and you seem to belong to her. So I'm not sure what you've done in your past lives, or
Wait
what
a
led
second.
you to this point.
Wait a second. That makes sense. Um, hold on. Stay here. I'm gonna run to like the farthest back of the room, right? Because I assume how long is this workshop?
Also, like, you guys are in the like little main area right now, not really the workshop because that's teeny tiny. But it's about like 20 feet across.
20 feet across. Okay. So she's gonna go like 10 feet into the next room. Um, and she's gonna be like, okay. And then steps forward, black raven feathers shoot up, spiral around her. She's gone. 30 feet forward appears directly at the group where she was sitting.
She's done something like this before, right? She had
We've seen her
feathers.
teleport like that, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So I can do that. It was kind of instinctual the first time I did it. We were being raided by Druger. Um, it was a weird thing. And then I needed to get somewhere really fast. And so I ran, and then as I was running, I just kind of did that. So, yeah.
Well, I'm not sure what that entails for all of you, if I'm being honest. I've only met one
So-
like you before.
in a who?
Well, they're gone now. It was quite a long time ago.
But you
But
knew someone like
basically, they had some unfinished business, met an untimely fate, and made a deal with the Raven Queen to be brought back.
Does it matter what kind of fate, or just as long as it's untimely?
I'm sure just as long as it's untimely.
I feel like that might mean death.
Yes, it does mean death. I meant, does it have to be violent? Would it be,
Oh.
just
His was
you
violent
get
in his case. So I'm not sure.
What?
what?
She said his was violent in his case.
Oh god.
I'm not sure if hers would be as well. But
Did the person that you know ever unlock the memories, or were they just?
they drove him to madness. He did.
Oh.
He did some things. He came back with no memory as well. Just a certain thing he knew he had to do. Um, he did it. His memories were given back to him, and he killed himself very shortly after. He had done things while his memory was gone that he did not. He wouldn't have done normally. He couldn't forgive himself.
What was his name, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, Caitlin, what was his name?
Hang on, because I'm going to give y'all the worst name in this book. Give me a moment. Let me just go to my Goliath names. Because I do have that.
Quarles.
His name's Steve.
Yeah, it's my nude bong bong.
Let's see. Eglath.
Eglath?
Oh yeah, no, that
Eglath.
That's like Evan Kelp. That just hurts to say.
Yeah. It's kind of.
Eggy.
I know why he killed himself.
No.
Good old egg laugh. Eggs. Dozen eggs to his friends. So yeah, I think there's a moment where the group stifles a laughter and realize that this is like
Poppy
a form
doesn't. Poppy doesn't.
Jasper doesn't.
These are weird ass names.
That's very tragic. I
Unfortunately.
hope that my past me is happy with what I've done so far. I don't really know. But like every time that Oya mentions like unfinished business, something that they have to do, she remembers two things. The one is that she's like searching for her true love. That's the one thing that she remembers when she was like found in the forest. And that her familiar's name is Poppy, and then she ran into a person named Poppy. And so there's a moment when she's gonna try to hide it.
Dice, 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 dice,
There's a number.
dice.
There's a subtle thing that she's doing. There's a number if people want to look at her.
Sure.
Pretty shitty.
Jasper's always suspicious.
The third.
Especially of me. You think I'm a fucking sleeper agent.
Yeah.
Yeah, 12.
Fuck yeah. Natural 20, baby.
Perception?
23.
Okay.
Wait.
Not
26.
Okay. Is anybody else looking?
27.
for insight, right? Not perception.
Insight or
Yeah.
perception? That's the same thing either way.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it would be my deception. I was looking at stealth. Okay, that's a lot worse.
That's
My dex is actually pretty good. My charisma, not so much.
weird. I think he always says.
Yeah, she just keeps on occasionally making like short glances toward Poppy.
I think
Oh,
Jasper's gonna kind of walk over behind Ashira. Is gonna lean down and just whisper something in her ear to gauge.
You're gonna try and whisper my trigger word?
Yeah. She's just gonna be like, I wonder if it's this. She's gonna whisper it and just see what happens.
And what are
Given
you saying?
7 perception looking at Ashira.
Oh my god.
Do I? I mean, I know that I notice you whispering something.
I cover my mouth so you can't read my lips.
Fuck you.
And then I like move away to look.
Yeah, you say this sentence, and she just kind of goes, "Sorry."
I don't think it was that.
I hope it
Or
was
was
an
it?
iguana in the woods.
What was what?
I'm trying to figure out who you were in your past life.
Oh,
Thought it might have been them.
Do you think you know her?
I don't recognize that name.
What about Ima?
Well, because you guys have mentioned Ima's name before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've
Do I recognize? Okay, hold on, because I'll go ahead. If you want to keep this a secret,
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and message this to Caitlin.
These are your secrets, babe. That is up to you.
Because this is the word that was whispered to me.
Okay.
Do either of those names do anything? Spark anything?
The one that was whispered to you does not.
Okay.
However, You're not sure.
About Ima?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's
There's
not
like an
like
off
there's
feeling,
an
but I
off
don't know.
feeling, but you can't quite place it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think like ever since like they mentioned Ima, I'm just kind of like, yeah.
It's
I
almost
don't
been like
know.
every time they've mentioned her, it's like a wave of confusion or like dazed feeling that you get.
Yeah, you just kind of see her like dissociate for a second. It's like a split second, but she's like,
I think I've got it.
Anyway, the name that you mentioned, I don't know. Sorry.
I'm gonna just like turn to Az with just a little smirk.
I'm gonna give you a nod, a little raccoon nod.
Raccoon nod and finger gun.
I'm watching this go down, and you can just kind of see it on my face. It's not a fucking problem.
I'm gonna reach over to my bag sitting on the floor as a raccoon, pull out my little notebook that I draw in, and I'm gonna flip to a picture that I drew, which some of you may remember this, of me doing sketching in the cave right before we lost
Yep.
Ina of the whole group. And
Oh, the callback.
I'm gonna
Yep.
produce the picture of Ima I drew and just slide it forward.
I'll pull mine out too, because I see what he's doing. I'll pull mine out as well.
I will carefully study these two pictures.
Make a wisdom saving throw for me.
I've got a couple sketches of Ima that I can flip through.
All of my drawings of people are kind of bad. Not
You
gonna lie,
tried
but
your best, little raccoon.
they're
No.
serviceable.
I'm wondering something here. I'm wondering if this is something I want to make or if this is something I want to fail.
That's always the question, isn't it?
How badly, Ashira, do you want to remember?
I'm going along with what they're doing.
Okay.
So I'm going to elect to fail.
Okay. While you're staring at these pictures, and Poppy's pictures are a lot more to work with than Azurite's. You're kind of taking them from her, and it's like this crushing realization almost that this person is not only familiar, but it's like when you see yourself in a picture and you're like, I do not look like that. It is a very disorienting, very strange effect that is happening.
It's like if you run your own picture through like an AI thing that's supposed to make you look like something.
Yeah.
Poppy, could you do me a weird favor?
Yeah.
Could you sketch me?
Yeah. Sure.
Like one of your French girls?
Thank you, Danny.
Draw me like one of your elf girls.
Ew.
Oh, shut up. My
She's like, is it better? Like, do you want me to like be closer to the fire for the light?
I'm already sketching.
Okay.
Andy's just kind of sitting there in shock. Just chilling.
I'm just kind of sitting there like someone going through a medical exam. I'm just like perfectly still because I want to compare these two drawings.
Is sneaking the rest of the food that has been abandoned off of everyone's plates.
I'll notice glancing up and just kind of wink at her.
I'll like kind of look at her and just sort of what's left of my food.
Jasper, sit back down.
And just start showing Oya all of my drawings of animals, which are quite good.
Okay, okay.
Jasper sitting there waiting if they need her to disguise self to look like to look like either Ashira or Ima.
Are you still a little raccoon showing her your drawings?
Yes. So I'm just like fully holding this book above my head.
Okay, yes, I love that. That's so cute.
I love
right.
everything about this.
Azurite is my favorite character.
Poppy finishes. And I mean, it's a rough sketch, but it gets down your likeness pretty well. It's a little more dynamic than you just, because she's sketching
Yeah.
half from her memory of you kind of moving and how you move, and kind of half was like, okay, so that's like how the nose works. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so she flips it around and hands it back over.
I'm just going to kind of flip between the two.
There are a lot of similarities. And not only in the physical description, but how Poppy is drawing their movement, how they are kind of holding their face in the light. There are a lot of similarities between them.
And you can see on the page, with Ima on it, there are other like people there, which is the party. And I'm assuming that the movement is very different.
Yes.
Like they each have their own.
Almost like stylized drawings in a sense of everyone has like their personality in how you draw them as well.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. How did you say that your friend passed?
It was sudden. There was a wisp, and it violently and quickly.
Protecting you?
Protecting all of us.
Yeah, actually. I would have gone down if she had.
Oh, boy. Wow. Makes sense why I want to protect. Makes sense why I want to be careful.
Are you Ivan?
I don't know. I might have been. I mean, I still don't really have a lot of memory.
At that, Andy just like goes in for a hug. Like a big ol' embrace.
Yeah, 100% reciprocates the hug.
Yeah.
And I'm going to take a spell that requires touch can be used on yourself, right? Like stuff like Cure Wounds. I think as soon as the hug, she'll obviously like embrace the hug for as long as it is, but as soon as it kind of breaks, her hands will kind of glow a little bit. She's going to like touch and then move to her head and cast Remove Curse.
Okay. Hang on. I need just a moment.
Of being so cute. Just
I mean, yeah, but
it may actually be like the briefest description of an incredibly powerful spell that I have ever seen in my life.
Just gotta figure out if this needs Remove Curse or Greater Restoration.
or none of the above.
Or none of the above.
This, by the way, is one of the main reasons she asked Oya, is like, do you like this curse that is affecting you? Because I can get rid of it.
So, Ashira, memories start flooding back to you rapidly in an almost painful way. You kind of lose all sight and black out for a few moments as it feels like your head is so full that your skull could crack open. It is like the memories that you're gaining back have a pressure they're adding up inside of you. You vividly see the light of the will-o'-the-wisp above you, vividly feel those last moments and feel the panic as your heart stops beating. But Ima, your memories are restored. And that'll be where we end tonight's session.
I told you she was a fucking sleeper agent.
I
Oh
knew
my
it.
god.
Can I say